So my name is Cátia Reis. I'm a PhD student from the MV Health program from the Lisbon Medical School, and I developed part of my project in the IMM in Luísa Lopes lab. My main aim was to characterize the sleep of the Portuguese from pathology to the general population. So I study a group of sleep disorder patients from the Science Medicine Center, and I went to see all the records from 5 years, and we realized that we have many people there. And we try to characterize them according to their phase angle, because the phase angle, I'm going to explain you what the phase angle is, but mainly it's distance between your internal melatonin secretion, that is your night hormone that marks your biological night, and actually the time that you sleep. Because usually it's in the literature described that it's approximately between 0 to 3 hours before bedtime that your melatonin starts to be secreted. But your chronotype, it's also associated with also that biological internal timing that it's given by your melatonin. So studying these patients, we could see that some of them have already a late start of their melatonin production and in accordance to their sleep time. We think that might have two different pathophysiologies behind these two different phenotypes. So, but when doing this, we realized that we had many patients, there were almost 250 people with that disease in the clinic, almost 10% of the whole patients. So we try to think that probably Portuguese might be late chronotypes. So in order to answer that question, if they are really late chronotypes or not, especially late chronotypes, we developed another study. So we recruited people from the Portuguese population, age and gender balanced, and then we done a behavioral monitoring with an acrograph, just like this that I have in my wrist. It looks like a watch, but actually can measure your activity and sleep patterns. We could see after doing that we were actually a little bit late comparing to other samples, especially to the later ages. Then we thought, okay, we might be late, but there are some other samples, other studies that are also later as we are. Let's try to do a country comparison study and try to see if actually we are later. So we used the general MCTQ database, that it's a questionnaire or assessing chronotype phase of entrainment, and we could actually do that country comparison study with many countries from Europe mainly. And we could see that apparently, because we seem to be later, but during the comparison, of course, the Spaniards, they look like they are late, but they are not that late because they are in a different time zone, and they have a huge misalignment between their solar time and their internal time. And actually, it's the solar time that can actually dictate your chronotype, that can synchronize you. So to know our biology, our internal biology and our internal chronotype, it's highly important. And I could show that actually we are a bit late, and by being late, we end having the same commitments as some earlier people have. Unavoidable, we will have people that are waking up still during their biological night, so making their sleep shorter during the work days and longer during the free days, and that's not good for your health. So to know this, it's really important, because you can actually try to adapt your schedules to your internal biology, and you can actually be more happy and more productive, doing your job or doing your whole commitments for school students. That's an example that I can give you. So I think my project will increase the knowledge in pathology because I studied the pathology group, but also for the general population. It's very good to know how our clock ticks, and because it has many implications. There are many fields now studying with circadian medicine, circadian pharmacology, where you can actually, by knowing your internal biology, so when your clock is ticking, you can target therapeutical interventions, and it might be really helpful for all.